Hey everyone, the Zamboni's on. That means I've got an interviewee. Jason Brown,
Yay,
everyone.
Jason. Yay.
We are in very tight quarters right now, so all I'm going to be doing is kind of like sitting back. And all right. If you're just joining us, we're in the middle of a practice session, but the Zamboni's on, and there's a lot of stuff going on around us. A former... an Olympic pair skater was patching the ice earlier as well.
The one and only Mark Ladwig goes on almost every Zam break to patch up the ice for fun.
He's such a skating nerd.
Because he cares, and he is, and we love him for that.
Yes, exactly. All right, Jason, how are you doing?
I'm great.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited to be here with you guys. This is so cool. From analyst to reporter to interviewer.
Isn't that crazy?
This is me, commentator. Like, Jackie, you do it all.
Amazing. I mean, you do it all, really. I mean, Gracie and I were talking about you doing the run through, and Gracie was like, I don't really have anything to say about Jason because everything he does is just like
it was
extraordinary.
Effortless. It was perfect. I thought, I don't have a lot of really riveting commentary, guys. It's a breath of fresh air, and it's exquisite as always.
Fine.
What do you want me to say? It was fantastic. You're fantastic.
You're too kind. That is how I feel when I watch you skate.
Okay, now this is just a love fest between the two of them.
No, it really is. You obviously know. You've seen her.
I mean, yeah.
She floats. She flies. She's magic.
Was that like a Firebird joke? Because that was like a great pun.
She squats. Bing.
Yeah, but you have nice feet, though. Everything from skating skills, spin steps, and such great feet. Frank used to say that. Look at his feet. Dear, look at his feet.
Look at his feet. Exactly.
And now look at yours. No, but you're absolutely...
See the difference between your feet, please.
That's what skating looks like.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Now, we were talking about your free skate and how you've gone back to the old program. I was not particularly articulate about how you went back to your program. So tell us about that and the decision this year.
Great question. So I went back to last year's free skate. It happened in December.
Okay.
We made the decision mid-December. I was training with my choreographer Roheen Ward, and I'd skated the Tarzan program that I was working on. Skated it clean, but there was a lot of changes that we had made to make it doable for this time of year. So it obviously changed a lot since he choreographed it. And I remember finishing this program and he was like, awesome, but like he felt the changes had made the integrity of the program worse.
Oh.
And he was like, okay, I want to just work on a couple other things. And I looked at him and it was the first time really. And I said, Roheen, this is what I can do right now. Like, this is kind of where my limit is at this moment. And he just felt like it wasn't up to the standards that I'm capable of.
You were like, how many more changes can I take
exactly.
before?
I was like, I'm telling you, this is like my 9th iteration of this program that like Tracy and I have worked on, and I wish I had more time to develop it. And so hopefully I can, my hope, obviously I don't know what the future holds, is that I will return to it. But with the timing that we had and the schedule that I had laid out for myself, it just wasn't doable. So that's why we went back to my old free skate.
Yeah. How are you feeling about the last couple of seasons of you kind of doing the late career Michelle Kwan move of I'm only going to basically just do nationals and worlds? Like, how has that been?
It's interesting. There are times where I feel like I tackle it head on and it feels great and I feel confident. I remember being at Worlds last year and everyone around me was like, one more event. Like, it's just that feeling. The skating season's coming to an end, and you know what it's like. I felt like you know what it's like, too, having covered the whole season. Everyone was so tired, and I just, was bouncing off the walls. It, felt like I was like, it just, felt like it was the beginning of the season type of feel. Like, I didn't feel like I had trained all year, and, I'm like, so exhausted. So that part was really cool. The difference this year that I kind of tried to navigate was I did set out to do 2 new programs. That last year I didn't. Last year, both programs that I had were 2 pieces of
This was
music.
what I was trying to articulate in a not very good way.
No, last year were two pieces that I had for a couple years. I had that short program I did as a show for for 3 years before I actually used it as a short, and then my free skate was also a show program first. So the transition from then going to competing at a U.S. Championships, at a World Championships with those pieces felt very natural.
Yeah.
This has not been the same smoothless, effortless transition, but it's been so fun to kind of navigate and figure out, because it is the first time that I've done this, and I'm trying to kind of carve a new path. And so, yeah, learning along the way and adapting along the way as well.
Always fun. Okay, it's 2024.
Crazy.
10 years ago.
Did you say crazy or Gracie?
Gracie?
Both crazy. Gracie, we were there together.
That's what I was going to say. Like 10 years ago, you were both here and you were like, we're going to the Olympics. Like, think back to that. Like, you had long hair.
I mean,
You weren't as blonde back then, maybe? I don't know. You're more platinum right now than
she
you
was
were.
she was blonde, red lip.
Yes, no,
Very
we're
dress,
in our peak.
red dress.
Grace
Very-
Kelly is like what we were going for.
Very red lip.
Yeah, very approachable.
Oh, she was a star. She is a star. But like,
think back to that.
It was crazy. I just remember, obviously the women unfairly are always done before the men. Like, the men are last, and like, I'm just like, I just like remember wanting so badly to like celebrate and scream and cheer for the women, and obviously the pairs and dance, because that whole team was announced the morning of the men's free skate.
Oh, right.
And so like, and I just remember like, don't look at them, don't look at them, don't look at them, focus on your event, focus on your event. And so like, obviously the free skate went well. I ended up making the Olympic team, and so then I was finally able to like celebrate. Not only in my head at the time, I was just like, I wanted to celebrate for them. And so the fact that I got to celebrate with them, like the biggest bonus and excitement ever.
Gracie, what about you? Like, what do you remember from that?
I mean, I want to have the same level of golden retriever energy that you're bringing to this right now. But for those of us that are, I guess, a little bit more cynical, I mean, I remember feeling an extraordinary amount of relief. And I was like, oh my God, I did it. Like, I'm an Olympian now. Oh, thank God. And to be able to, it was so much nicer watching you guys once we were already done, and to watch you and Jeremy. I knew you guys were going to be on the team, and it was absolutely incredible. And the next, like, several weeks were just absolutely wild. But yeah, you finish a free skate, and then a few weeks later, you're in Russia and you're an Olympian, and it was jarring, but in like the best way.
Yeah, I do think that's the craziest part about with like Olympics, because we find out right after nationals.
Yeah.
It is so jarring, because it's like suddenly it's not like, oh, you're preparing. Obviously, you're always preparing for the Olympics or the next stage, but especially for your first Olympics going into it, it's like you're just like, let me get to nationals, like let me compete, and then like you finish nationals, and it's like the next day you're like, here's all the paperwork, here's all the
they
things
bring you
they're
like, here's the binder.
Here's the binder of, these are the clothes, you have to pick your sizes, you have to like, here's your
that's
flight.
so
We're going to
fun.
Munich, okay, and here's your train from like where you're like, okay, they're like, and everything you just did, in just like 2 weeks, if you could just do it again in Russia in front of millions of people, I think that would be awesome. But it is, you just kind of like keep riding that high. But yeah, I had your same joy, but also a little bit, I was like,
Less golden retriever. More
a little bit less.
Siberian husky.
No, more seasoned star.
Seasoned star. I don't know what kind of dog that is.
Like, no. No star. No dog. Just like, she was just a seasoned, composed star.
Yes.
Oh, what breed is that?
What kind of breed is seasoned star?
No,
okay.
I'm probably more a cat than any.
No, that's true. Yeah. Okay. We could talk all day.
I love. Oh.
But
That is true.
The
That is true.
third group is on, and I have to go. Okay. Jason, you have to go. You need to go take a nap or whatever you do afterwards.
I appreciate that.
Go rest.
Thank you.
Go just be joyful. I always picture you in your hotel room, even just like curled up in your bed at night. I was like, this is how Jason sleeps, just like.
It's like that.
Crazy.
All right. Okay. So
Go radiate joy.
Oh my God, stop it.
Jason,
I'll be here to
You
keep
as well.
everyone real.
thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Good luck tomorrow.
I appreciate that.
And Gracie, thank you for joining me. Are you staying? Or are you going? What do you want to do?
I think that I have to leave because I have an autograph session that the time was printed incorrectly, and it's actually 15 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. So we're going to... Gracie Gold is going to go sign some autographs, and I got to go back to this group of men so I can go and talk about more things.
And I gotta go so I can skate tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Rest up, go to bed,
Yay,
skate tomorrow.
Jason.
But yeah, enjoy the next group of men.
Thank you
Thank you,
both,
guys.
and I will be back in just a minute.